Hi, I'm Dr. Randall Kinnison. I'm the founder and managing partner for Genesis Mediation. I want to talk to you about what does it look like to come through the doors of Genesis Mediation and walk through a divorce. Well, first of all, we typically begin with a free 15-minute consultation, phone consultation. And the most effective way to do this is to go on our website, jump on the section called Downloads, and go to the free 15-minute phone consultation, download that form and email it to us, and then schedule the appointment. When we get your form and we have a chance to look that over before we talk to you, that 15 minutes can be very effective. However, you can just pick up the phone and call us, and we'll try and connect you with a mediator right away, and you can have a 15-minute phone consultation that way. Once you've done the phone consultation and you want to schedule an appointment with us, an appointment is scheduled at one of our offices, either in our Tigard office, which is located right off of I-5 and 217, or in our Hollywood District office. You'll know which mediator will be assigned to your case, and oftentimes we have co-mediators that join us whenever possible. We try to practice co-mediation at no extra charge to you. That's just a practice that we try to do with at Genesis Mediation. So let's say your partner decided not to do the 15-minute phone consultation and they just came in for the appointment. Then before we settle down and actually get into the mediation, we're going to spend 15 minutes with your partner who we didn't get a chance to talk to, because we want to make sure they feel like we're neutral, and we've had a chance to talk to the person who phoned in. We also want to have a chance to talk to the partner who didn't phone in and just wanted to come in and start the mediation process. It's really important for us to be neutral. That's a key part of mediation. So we want to begin on the right foot and make sure that we've heard from both parties before we sit down and begin. Once we start the mediation, we're going to sign a service agreement, and we'll walk through the whole process of what that looks like and understand what that process looks like. You'll also go over some ground rules, and then we get started. If you have children, most of the time we start with the children and we talk about your parenting plan, and that includes what's it going to be, where children are going to stay, holidays, all those kinds of pieces. There's another video that talks about parenting plan, so I'm not going to go into all the details right now. But we cover the parenting plan. Each session is 2 hours, and then at the end of that 2 hours, we'll have a parenting plan ready for you for the next time we meet. Next time we meet typically is going to be assets and liabilities, and we're going to create a balance sheet for you based on all your assets and liabilities. And as we go through that balance sheet, many people want to do a 50-50 split, but sometimes in mediation, maybe a 50-50 split isn't the best way to go forward depending on your situation. So we work through that with you to determine what's best for each one of you going forward, and we devise that balance sheet, and then that guides us as to how assets and liabilities are going to be handled. And so that pretty much takes up the next session. So that's session number 2. If you don't have children, that's going to be session number 1. The last session is going to be on child support and spousal support, if that's a part of the equation or not. And that's often the most hotly debated area, so usually spousal support especially. And so sometimes that may take more than one session. That's a hard one to do, and to try and come to a consensus on. Sometimes legal consultations are very important in order to come to conclusion on that. And so usually somewhere in the process, we send our people out for legal consultations, because mediation is based on informed consent. You need to make sure you have all the information possible to make the best decision you need for your future. And that includes your legal rights. And so we want to make sure all that is done before we finish up. When we're done, you get what's called a mediated settlement agreement. And then we're done. You can decide what you'd like to do at that point. You can go file, you can get the papers and file these papers you get from us, which would be your parenting plan if you need it, your child support calculation worksheet, and your mediated settlement agreement. You'll have all those papers to file with your papers to go to the court. If you want to use a paralegal service, you can use a paralegal service to help prepare those papers for you. And if you'd like to use an attorney to do the final pleadings, you can have an attorney do the final pleadings. Either one of those options will work, and we will help you, guide you to whatever you need, whether it's a paralegal or attorneys to help you finish up the process. We work closely with a number of attorneys, and we have developed a good relationship with them. So that's kind of the process. If you have more questions, you can give us a call. And again, we offer a free 15-minute consultation. I'd encourage you to let us know how we can help you. Thanks.